pretending not to notice if they themselves were being noticed. The beautiful people, Drayton mused. Dressed to the nines, just in case a society photographer should happen along. Of course, he was also dazzling in a blue and white seersucker suit, a sartorial southern statement that was punctuated by his trademark red bow tie. Theodosia would have denied it, of course, practically laughed in your face, but she was also one of the beautiful people, with an abundance of auburn hair that might have inspired a painter like Raphael, creamy English skin and sparkling blue eyes. She looked like she might have slipped in from another earlier century. She was bold, yet tactful, filled with dreams, and yet practical for her 30-some years. Her only flaws were that she tended to wear her heart on her sleeve, and often rushed in where proverbial angels feared to tread. "Jordan!" Drayton called out, as Jordan Knight, the owner of Knighthall Winery, came up to greet them. "Congratulations on such a fine turnout." He turned to include Theodosia. "And this is Theodosia Browning. I don't believe you two have met." "Thanks for coming," said Knight, as he shook hands with each of them. He was mid-40s, with a shock of salt and pepper hair, watery blue eyes, and a slightly pink complexion. He'd removed his jacket, loosened his tie, and his manner seemed to veer between nervous and ebullient. "I'm pretty sure I just convinced the owner of the Lady Goodwood Inn to carry my wine," Knight chortled. In his other, more practical life, he was the CEO of Wizen Software. Knighthall Winery was his most recently established passion. "Well done," said Drayton, clapping his friend on the back. "Your winery appears to be thriving," Theodosia told Knight. Being a business owner herself, she knew how difficult it was for a company to succeed, let alone flourish, in today's tough business climate. And the deck was stacked against upstarts even more. "We're starting to gain some traction," Knight responded. "We have distribution to 30 liquor stores in something like 5 states. And my son is in the process of helping to negotiate a potentially large deal with a Japanese distributor as well." Knight gazed about distractedly. "You've met my son, Drew, haven't you?" Drayton nodded yes. Theodosia shook her head no. "I'd love to say hello to him," said Drayton. "Is he here tonight?" "Drew's around here somewhere," said Knight, as he cast a quick glance at the large crowd and shrugged. "He's no doubt managing all the behind-the-scenes activity." Now he glanced nervously at his watch. "Relax," Drayton told him. "This is your big night. Enjoy it." Knight grimaced. "I'm a little antsy about my presentation." "What is that?" Theodosia inquired politely. "In about 5 minutes," said Knight, "we're going to do a special barrel tasting of our new Cabernet Reserve." He flashed a perfunctory smile. "We're calling it Night Music." "Catchy," said Theodosia. "We're pinning all our hopes on this one," said Knight. "Going for broke." "I'm guessing that several of Charleston's food and wine critics are in attendance tonight," said Drayton. Knight nodded. "We've invited anybody and everybody who can give us a mention, article, or shout-out. After 5 years of moving heaven and earth to produce 4 varieties of muscadine grapes, it's all come down to this one make-or-break moment." "Good luck to you, then," said Theodosia, as Knight hurried away. Theodosia and Drayton edged their way slowly through the crowd, in the direction Jordan had gone. A makeshift stage had been set up just outside a large, hip-roofed barn, and 2 workers were rolling out an enormous oak barrel. 2 Japanese men, both wearing white suits and standing ramrod stiff, stood nearby, watching intently. Theodosia gave Drayton a nudge.